I think, just by having these conversations, industry is gearing up. And I think they are taking these issues on board. Equally, I think it is going to be areas of challenge. But from a customer perspective, I think it's exciting times, more generally speaking, because I hope that with the technological disruptions that are coming down the path, it actually means good things for customers from a pricing perspective, from a customer service perspective, from just the speed of processing claims and the like, and accessibility, and also getting into markets which have traditionally not been served. So I'm hoping that technology will be the catalyst for that change, and also for new areas of growth for the sector as well. Yeah, so basically the Treasury is the policy maker for the insurance sector in South Africa. So we're responsible for taking through the legislative framework through the parliamentary process and setting the rules and the direction of the industry largely. So we've been quite focused on trying to actually develop our partnerships with not only just the insurance sector, but the broker sector as well. And this has come through in terms of developing a roadmap. We've got a whole committee of industry leaders together to try and actually develop what we're calling the roadmap for the short-term insurance sector. And it was basically driven out of the need to create a vision for the sector. And I think we also recognize that we're needing direction, particularly at this time of uncertainty, whether it's changes in the business environment or the regulatory environment, as well as the political environment. And how do we actually inspire confidence? And how do we actually get all stakeholders to be speaking, off the same hymn sheet? So effectively what the roadmap seeks to do is to align the various projects and work plans that are currently underway into a broader coherent strategy for the sector. It also seeks to create a compact between government and the insurance market in South Africa, so that, I think we all recognize that we can't be pulling in different directions. We're needing to work together, and we're needing to take these issues forward. And as one speaker kind of called it, the insurance spring. This is our insurance spring. It is about, pausing, reflecting, and looking at the things that we can be doing. And effectively, that vision for the insurance sector will be underpinned by 5 key pillars. So these pillars relate to, and as was discussed at the, during the panel session at the conference, relate to, market development, transformation and financial inclusion, which are the 2 new areas. As we've come out of the global financial crisis, there's been a strong focus of regulation on focusing on customer protection issues as well as prudential issues. But there are other important, equally important objectives for the sector, like market development and growth, like transformation and inclusion, also issues of combating of financial crime as well. And there are various projects, as I mentioned earlier, underway. And the question is, how do we align those projects to actually achieve these broader objectives that we're trying to aspire to, not only at a policy level, at a regulatory level, as well as at an industry level. So I think it's kind of a fresh start, whilst not discounting all of the good work that has been done, but collaborating, working together, aligning our various strategic objectives according to these 5 key pillars, and taking the industry forward. Yeah, I think we've had very good experiences with the industry in terms of coming to the table and wanting to actually put their issues on the table and actually it kind of a meeting of minds between industry and the willingness to work with government as well. So it's been very positive. It's been very good. I think it just kind of highlights that we have more in common than actually the issues that divide us. And yes, there will be at times areas of disagreement, and it's how we express that. But I think the partnership and the working together, I think now more than ever, in terms of finding unity of purpose is definitely coming to the fore, and we're needing that, especially as we go through the next couple of months, in this time of very volatile time, I think in general, politically and economically, we have to pull together. I think we don't have a choice. I think I must say that I give credit to industry for the willingness and the receptiveness to engage with government on these key strategic issues, and just coming to the table and providing leadership and putting their issues forward. Yeah, so I think we are going down a very intensive, intrusive regulatory reform agenda, but I don't think it should actually be something to be afraid of. I think it is aligned to the issues of customer centricity, putting the customer first. And as we've heard during the course of the last day or so, if you are kind of putting customer issues at the heart of your business, then regulation will support that and it will enable that. I also think in this changing environment that we find ourselves in from a technological perspective, business models are going to change, and we're needing new ways to be thinking about the industry, but issues of sustainability as well. So so I think just broadly on the legislative side, there's been a lot of focus on the development of a Twin Peaks framework. We're trying to actually bed that down. The financial sector regulation bill has already been passed by Parliament, and we're awaiting implementation. We've got the insurance bill that's currently in the parliamentary process that will kind of establish the prudential framework for the insurance sector, and that process is also underway. And the team back at the Treasury is also working on one other key piece of legislation called the Conduct of Financial Institutions Bill, which will set the framework for the market conduct regulator that will be established. And also kind of, align all of the interim market conduct reforms that are underway, be it RDR and various other, binder regulations and things that will fall under the COFI bill once that's kind of been processed, and that will be released for comment soon. So yeah, I think it is changing. It's a lot to take on, but I think our engagements have been good as well. I think the recurring theme that has emerged from the conference has been, how do we embrace change? How do we adapt and evolve? How do we actually find new ways of doing business innovatively? And I would encourage brokers to be, questioning the value add and looking at what does this mean for them as we go down this path of regulatory reform, as well as changing insurance business models as well. My view is that there will still be a need for financial advice. I think it plays an important role in South Africa, and we can't discount that. But the role of a traditional broker is definitely being changed at a rapid pace.